No. Right. The technique with corn dogs, where you put a puddle of mustard and a puddle of ketchup and you swirl it around. No?
No. All right, Dirk. I have not done high school math in quite some time, but I'm pretty sure that there are 4 total combinations possible for the Super Bowl. Each one has its own respective intriguing aspect to it. What is the best possible Super Bowl matchup from an intrigue standpoint?
Okay, go. Clearly, Kansas City has to be a part of that because otherwise you don't get Taylor Swift, right? And, here's another thing, Mike. If Kansas City goes to the Super Bowl, is the NFL kind of obliged to have Taylor Swift do an impromptu performance at halftime? Think about that one. But anyways, it has to be Kansas City and then the storyline with Detroit, right?
Yeah.
The other part of it is you can't have 2 red teams going to the Super Bowl. It's just ugly. So, it has to be Kansas City and Detroit. Now, look, I think the Baltimore Ravens will probably go to the Super Bowl over Kansas City. However, that's a snooze fest compared to what could be if Taylor Swift was there. And also, think about all the Swifties watching the Super Bowl for the first time.
There is that. I think you're missing an important component to this too, Dirk. It is not just Taylor Swift. It is Taylor Swift versus Eminem. If you end up with Baltimore versus Detroit, and the diss rap that Eminem might unleash might take things back to the Marshall Mathers LP, and we have not seen that sort of fire-breathing Eminem in quite some time. However, I will make an argument. Now, San Francisco is trying to avenge Super Bowl losses to both potential AFC opponents, but it would be fascinating to see the 49ers play Baltimore once again. We all remember the blackout game. Jim Harbaugh, Ray Lewis. Doesn't really feel like it was, 11 years ago now.
Right.
But it was. Could be an interesting matchup. However, my pick for the most interesting matchup is the 2 industrial cities, Baltimore and Detroit, going at it. I feel like the general possible having people from Detroit and people from Baltimore mob into Las Vegas is like putting 2 spiders in a box and just letting them go at it. And that to me is where the intrigue lies. But there's no wrong answer to this question.